Hello students, today I will teach you the lessons 8 framing of constitutions and its feature. Okay, due to the festival holidays, it is not possible to Google Meet online class. So I thought that we have to complete the our chapter by YouTube video class. Okay, so I hope that you all are ready to join this YouTube video class, and you will see at home during the festival also this class, and you will learn to it. Okay, so in the previous Google Meet class I taught you about the meaning of the constitutions, its important and process of framing the constitution. Okay, then how it was formed, who were the main scholars of the constitutions who framed these leaders. Okay, how many meetings were held. Okay, when it was passed from the assembly, and when it was enforced to the constitutions, and our India become the republic country. Okay, so this is, and also constitutions of India, the preamble. What is the first page of the constitution? It is a preamble. Also I taught you then what is preamble, importance of the preamble. Okay, what is inscribed in the preamble, then the pillars of the preamble. So the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity, and equality, these all are the pillars of the preamble. Okay, so in this class that we are study about the three main pillars of the preamble, and that in the previous I talked about the democracy. And the democracy, that word is derived from the Greek word demos, that means the people, and the kratos means power of country. Okay, then this democracy was completed. Democracy, the meaning of the democracy is, democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. By the people means for, by us, we rule our country. For the people means who are elected, prime minister or chief minister, they work for the people, they work for the welfare of the people, they work for the development of the country. Okay, and of the people, लोगों के लिए होता है. Okay, so this is called the democracy. So the democracy is also work under the principle of constitution, and therefore the democracy is known as a responsible government. They are responsible to the constitution, that is why it is called responsible government. So till I taught you about the democracy, now today I am going to teach you about the socialist. We all are living in the society, yes or no? So in our society there is the different caste, religion, that different linguistic, that was speaking different languages. Okay, attire, that we are living with them. Okay, so this is also very important feature, socialist. Okay, and it is that is also mentioned in our constitution. Let us study about the socialistic. Okay, so in the year 1976, by 42nd amendment. Okay, in the previous also there was some words were added in our constitution. In the 42nd amendment in 1976, the Constitution of India added in the 42nd amendment the word socialist, and this word socialist words were added in the 1976 by 42nd amendment. When this constitution was passed, okay, in the 1949, and it was implemented in force in 1950, that time this word was not in the preamble or in the constitution, but after in the 42nd amendment the socialistic words were added. The amendment, the word socialist, most of the provisions in the constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution in every our Indian society, that whatever the provisions are made in our country. So the provisions in the constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution. Okay, which brought social and economic equality and further the aim of welfare state. Okay, if we want to develop our country, if we want to develop our society, we should have to unite it. And if we are socially equal, we are living socially together, then we can do the welfare of our state, our country. The principle of socialistic pattern direct social, economical, and political equality for citizens as given in the preamble. The principle of socialistic, here in the socialistic also, the main सिद्धांत उसका main aim क्या है? So to give the equality to the people, okay, all creed, caste, color, religion, okay, different reason, whoever, to give them equality. So equality of the social, economical, and political equality, and it is also given in the preamble. So it is now regarded as a prime feature of the state, the reflect of the fact in India is committed to. Okay, and it is also now reflected. It is a prime feature of the state, socialistic, socially all people are equal. Okay, and it reflects the fact that India is committed to, the country of the India is also committed to secure social, economical, and political justice for all. It is also committed, our country, our society, our leader, they all are committed to secure the social, the economical, and the political justice for all its people. All its people means all. There is no any discriminations according to caste, creed, caste, color, religion, age, gender. There's no any discrimination according to this. So India stands for abolishing from all form of exploitation, as well as for securing equitable distributions of income, resources, and wealth. So India stand for abolishing for all form of exploitation, यानी कि सभी तरह की जो एक्सप्लोइटेशन है, शोषण होता है लोगों का, so our India country is abolished, okay, it's denied all types of exploitation, as well as for securing equitable distribution of income, means all the people will get the equal opportunity to get the income for the jobs also, resources, and the wealth, यानी कि उनकी जो संपत्ति है, from which resources they got the income, that also are equitable distributed. Any one particular person should not have power over asset, instead everyone should have equal opportunity by getting facilities and provisions from society, and thereby eliminating the discrimination of rich and poor. So any particular person, he did not have right, he hasn't all the power all over asset, instead means if anyone village, so only the one person is not the owner of that whole village asset means land, house, building, trees, property, public property, gram panchayat, school. Okay, so he is not the only one who is the owner and who got control over all the property, but everyone should have equal opportunity by getting facilities and provisions from society, and thereby eliminating the discrimination of rich and poor. Okay, in the earlier time, there was, in ancient time, there was a four classes were there: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So the only Brahman can teach. Okay, Kshatriya, so only Kshatriya can do defense, they only can join in the army. But now there is no this discrimination. Now Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Isai, Jain, Patel, Brahman, Kshatriya, okay, Thakur, all can become a teacher, all can teach, all can join in the army. Okay, so all have the equal opportunity, okay, to get the resources. Therefore we can say that Constitution of India is a socialistic document. It is a socialistic document, means the our constitution work for the welfare of the people. Okay, for all people who are living in the society, there's no discriminations among the people. Okay, so this is the meaning of the socialistic. Now third pillars, there is the third main important Okay, it is a secularism. Secular means, so it is this secular word also added after in the 42nd amendment in the 1976. Okay, so in the year 1976, by 42nd Indian Constitution amendment, the word secular was inserted. This was insert when 1976 by 42nd Indian Constitution amendment. India is a secular country. Secular means there is no any one religion is powerful and other religions are lower. All religions have the equal power. Okay, and all people can choose according to their beliefs any religion. So India can never become one particular religious country as per the provisions of the constitution. So as per the our constitution, India cannot become any particular religious country. India cannot be called the Hindu Rashtra, Muslim Rashtra, Christian Rashtra, Hindu nation, Christian nation, Muslim nation. No, India cannot be called because India is a secular country. Okay, even Narendra Modi, who is the Prime Minister of India, he also cannot be called that India is the Hinduist nation. No, all religious peoples are living there and they all have equal right on the country. True? India does not follow any particular religion, and according to constitution, that who are the ruling parties, the government cannot be followed, or the government cannot even help, cannot support any particular religion. Okay, so the country never promote any religious activity, and also the country cannot promote any religious activity. Okay, that all the religions have the equal opportunity. Okay, if there is a holiday during the Navratri, during the Diwali, so also there is a holiday during the Christmas too. There is also holiday during the Ramzan, Eid and Muharram too. There is also holiday during the Gautam Buddha Chaturthi or Pateti. Okay, all religions have equal opportunity. So the any government, the country also never promote any religious activity. The country cannot involve any secular activity with religious activity, and also the country cannot be involved in any secular activity with religious activity. Okay, means धर्म को country के अंदर, okay, in the government they cannot be promote the religious activity. Okay, the citizen of the country has a freedom to choose his or religion. We have right to choose our beliefs according to our belief and a religion. We also can change our religion by our choice, not by force. Others cannot be forced to change our religion. Okay, and also we have right to choose our religion. Okay, the country cannot discriminate a citizen on religious basis, and also that country also cannot be discrimination means भेदभाव कि नहीं तुम हिंदू हो तो तुम्हें ये जॉब नहीं दे सकते, तुम मुस्लिम हो तो तुम स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ा सकते. No, according to this, no any organization of the government or organization can do this kind of discriminations with the people. So equal job opportunity and political right to the citizen are given without any religious discrimination. Equal job opportunities that all can get government job by their educational rights. Okay, and also political rights too. Citizens are given without any religious discrimination. In this way, secularism is the basic foundation of and mandatory features of constitution. It is a basic foundation, and our country also run on this. If there's a not a secularism, so maybe there will be so many discriminations can be held in our country. Okay, so this is the which are the features. It is third one feature about the secularism. It is a good for the development of the countries too, that all the people because of this feature, that all people are live together unitedly. Okay, That is why we can say that India is the country where is the unity in diversity. Okay, so it is a Sarva Dharma Samdrashti. Sarva Dharma Samdrashti means to look all the religions same, यानी कि सभी धर्मों को एक ही दृष्टि से देखना है. सर्वधर्म समभाव यानी कि सभी धर्मों को एक ही तरह की ट्रीटमेंट देनी है. Are the principle incorporate in the constitution, so no particular religion will encourage in any state. In the any state, no any particular religions will be encouraged. यानी कि अगर पंजाब है तो पंजाब में सिख ख्रीस है तो उनका सिख है तो उनका सिख धर्म की ही ज़्यादा चलेगी, उसको ही ज़्यादा इंकरेज किया जाएगा. एज इट इज़ इन द यूपी एंड अदर कंट्री कश्मीर, सो वहाँ पे सिर्फ इस्लाम धर्म को ही ज़्यादा प्रमोट किया जाएगा. एज इट इज़ इन द अदर स्टेट्स गुजरात, okay, so only there will be a Hindu religions will be encouraged or the promoted. In the Maharashtra, okay, so the only there will be a Marathis peoples encouraged. No, this is the totally abolished by our constitution. Okay, so there is a no prohibition on any citizen to propagate his her religious belief, truth and faith. Yeah, people can do propagate a religion. पीपल्स अपने रिलीजन्स का प्रचार प्रसार कर सकते हैं, उस पर कोई प्रतिबंध नहीं है. ओके, बट इट इज़ ऑल्सो दे शुड हैव नॉट टू यूज अब्यूज्ड अदर रिलीजन्स. ओके, दूसरे रिलीजन्स को नीचा नहीं दिखाना है, ओनली दे कैन डू प्रोपोगेट देयर रिलीजन. ओके, सो द सिटीजन्स टू प्रोपोगेट his her religious belief, trust and faith. As it is, people can also offering their prayer. Okay, Hindus can go for the prayer in the temple, Muslims can go for the prayer in the mosque, Christians can go for the prayer, offer the prayer in the church. Okay, so all can go to their religious places. Okay, pilgrimages. Also they can celebrate their festivals according to their beliefs. Okay, so there is no discrimination. Now the basic features of constitution. There are some basic features of the constitution. So which are the basic features of the constitution? So the constitution which came into force on 26th January, all of you know that our constitution what came into force on 26th January 1950 is considered as the largest extensive and detailed written document. Given below are the basic and salient feature of it. Okay, and it is considered that our Constitution of India is the largest written constitution written document. Okay, extensive and detailed written document. So this is the below the some features are given. There's a written document, size of the constitutions and the single citizenship. First is the written document. So except Britain and Israel, India along with other nations of the world have their constitution in written form. So which are the democratic country in the world? Okay, they have their constitutions, but except Britain and Israel, all the countries have their written constitutions. Israel constitution is not in written form and the Britain constitution is not in written form. Okay, this question can be asked in the exam that in which countries that constitution is not in written, लिखा हुआ नहीं है. So Britain and Israel. So considering the social geographical diversified circumstances and prehistorical nations, the Constituent Assembly has kept the drafted constitution in the written form. So in the written form, that who were the scholar, okay, while they were writing our constitution, so that time they were considered that everything's about the geographical, social, diversified about the circumstances and the prehistorical nations means पहले हमारा देश कैसा था, how the people were living together, okay, in which regions how many people are living, this all the aspect they were studied in detail. Then after the Constituent Assembly has kept the drafting constitution in written form, okay, they have not just kept in their mind just only Muslim religion, just only Hindu religion. They have not drafted this constitution just only for the Gujarat, नहीं हम तो गुजरात का विकास करने के लिए constitution लिख रहे हैं, no, they have keep in their mind all the geographical situation of our country and also the diversified circumstances, okay. They did not wanted, they not wanted to make any mistakes which were previous it was made by the our rulers, okay. They were allowed to other foreigner to trade, establish their center in the India, and after they became the ruler, so that is why they did not wanted to make any mistake like this, that others came in our country for the trade and they rule on us. So that is why they have considered that the social, geographical, and diversified circumstances and prehistorical nature. Now the second feature, salient features of it, set size of the constitution. So the our constitution of India is divided into 22 sections. How many sections are there? 22 sections comprising 395 articles. Those these were when it was enforced. That time 22 sections were comprising and 395 articles and 8 appendix, now 12, and this now there is a 12. 22nd sections comprising 395 articles and 8 appendix. Like also you can see in the textbook there are the 3 units are there, okay, and in these 3 units there is a different chapters also are there. So as it is our constitution also where there is a different section, and in that section different articles, and according to that article there is an appendix also, okay. So the constitution comprised previous provisions for the state administration and the state interrelation, fundamental rights, principle for political policies, judiciary, election commission, government institutions, minorities, scheduled caste, deprived group. Therefore the Constitution of India is the largest, extensive, and detailed written document compared to the other constitutions, other countries constitution, okay. So in the constitution comprise provisions for state administrations and states interrelation, our fundamental rights, principle for political policies, okay. So for the politicians who are the leaders, ministers, for there also there are the principles, and according to their principle they have to rule the country, and if they are not doing their work according to the constitutions, they can be suspended from their post. Judiciary, election commission, government institution, minorities. The minorities means the state Gujarat. So in the Gujarat there is a Hindu peoples are more and the Muslims are less. So Hindus are in the majority and the Muslims are in the minority. As it is in the Punjab. So in the Punjab the Sikh people are more, Hindus are less. So Sikh are in the majority and Muslims or Hindus are in the minority. As it is in the UP, Bihar, Jammu, Kashmir. So in these states that Muslims are in the minority and the Hindus are in the Muslims are in the majority and the Hindus are in the minority. Okay, यानी कि उनकी जो population है वो कम है to compare to other religion. Okay, and if we see that all over the country, so the all over the country that Hindus are in the majority and the Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Parsi, Jain, Baudd, these all are minorities religion. Understood? I hope all of you understood. Okay, so the majority and the minority for the state by state is a difference. Means in which state? Like in the Gujarat, that the Hindus are in the majority. So, but in the Punjab, Hindus are in the minority. Because that religious of the Sikh are more in the Punjab. That is why Sikhs are in the majority and the Hindus are in the minority. As it is in Gujarat. So in the Gujarat, Hindus are in the majority, Sikh are in the minority. Hope all of you understood about the majority and the minorities. Then scheduled caste. Okay, the caste which are very low. Okay, they didn't get in the previous, okay, in the earlier time when there was a ruler of the king. Okay, while there was a four classes where the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. So who were this called Sudra, they were, now it is a scheduled caste. Okay, they did not were given any rights. Okay, they have not right to even study, they even have not right to enter into temple. Okay, so they were deprived group, वो बहुत ही पिछड़ा हुआ वर्ग था. So therefore constitution of India is the largest extensive, is all details are written in the constitution, everything is given. That is why the our constitution of India is detailed written document compared to other countries constitution. यानी कि बाकी सब कंट्रीज से हमारा देश का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो सबसे बड़ा रिटर्न डॉक्यूमेंट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है. अंडरस्टूड. So this is the given amount of written document. So Britain and Israel hasn't written, have not written constitutions. Now single citizenship. So what is mean by the single citizenship? So in America dual citizenship is given, one for the state of America, USA, okay, and another for state citizenship. Like if we are living in the India, so there is a, we are living in India, and India also there is a state Gujarat. So हमको गुजरात स्टेट के लिए भी citizenship लग होगी, and also for the India. But we have not, this is the dual citizenship, we have only citizenship of the India. Okay, we are called the citizen of India. But in the America there is also, they have the citizen of USA, America, and if the person particular families live in the Canada, so they also have the citizenship of the Canada. Understood. So India, America has a dual citizenship while India has a single citizenship. Okay, but in India there is a only single citizen irrespective of any region or state of the country. Okay, just only in India there is a single citizenship respective of any region or the state of the country. Means all states are equal in whoever state you are living in the Maharashtra, Punjab, Gujarat, Goa, Bihar, UP, but you are called the Indian. Okay, as according to saying that we are saying that I am, he is the Rajasthani, I am Gujarati, he is the Punjabi, that is just only for the saying, but we have only citizenship of India. The center with strong federal structure. Okay, we have the country, it is our country is the federal, means the country of the India is not only just one country, but it's united by the different state. Okay, after the Jammu and Kashmir, okay, now it is a became the Ladakh and the Jammu Kashmir UT, Union Territory. So now they are not called the in the state wise, but they are controlled, they are ruled by the central government. Okay, so now total there is a 28 state in our India, and others are the union territories. So India is a union of state, union यानी कि सभी राज्यों का बना हुआ एक देश है. Okay, all 28 state united and they make one country. So India is a union of state. There is a nowhere any reference of the word federal in the constitution. So constitution में कहीं भी federal word use नहीं किया गया है. There is no any reference of the federal. Okay, union of state is the sentence used for India. This is the sentence, and union of state is the sentence used for India by the use of word union. A permanent and irreversible relationship between union and its component state is indicated. Okay, and in the union there is a permanent and irreversible, no any state can be leave the supremacy of the India. Okay, so India is a union of state and no state has right to secede. Okay, secede it. Okay, secede means no any state can be that whoever state that 28 state that Gujarat. Okay, so like Gujarat, that Gujarat chief minister is thinking now we are don't like to union in India, so let's we make our separate nation, separate country. So no, this side is not given to any state. Okay, they have to be united with the India. Okay, उनको इंडिया के साथ में रहना है, whichever state is there. Okay, so no any state, union state and no any state has right to second it. Thus India is a union of state, yet it has some element of federal government. In India federation there are two sets of government. Okay, in India we have the two sets of government, the central government and the state government. Okay, the union government means central government and the state government. The constitution has clearly marked areas of functioning for both the kinds of government. And in the constitution there is a clearly marked areas of functioning for both the kinds of government. The areas are given and which their works they have to do for the countries or for the nation. Okay, it is a given. Okay, there the list are given. Okay, what types of work they have to do for the country, they have to do for the state. So constitution demarcates the power of the central and the state government into different list of subject. So there is a different list. So there is a union list, okay, state list and a concurrent list. So we are study first about the union list. Union means country of India. So union list comprises 97 subject. How many subject? 97. This is subject means not that science, maths, English and all. Okay, here the subject means what types of work they have to do. Okay, like a foreign affairs, atomic energy, banking, railway, communication, these types of the work, it is called the subject. Okay, so total how many subject in the union list? 97 subject, highest 97. Okay, so defense, foreign affairs, atomic energy, banking, railway, communication, post and telegraph are included in the union list, etc. Many of them, total 97, but some subjects are given. Okay, so these are the included in the union list. Then state list. So in the state, what are the functions for the state, what type of work they have to do for the state? So the state list comprises 66 subject. In the union list there is a 97 subject. Now in the state list there is a 66 subject, यानी कि 66 टाइप्स के उनको काम करने हैं. So the list comprises of those important subject on which the state legislative house can pass law. यानी कि legislative house जो law, जो कायदा जो बनाता है, जो बिल पास करता है, उस टाइप्स के वर्क स्टेट को करने हैं. And subject like law and order, state government institution, colleges, medical institutions. Okay, agriculture and irrigation, provide the agriculture facility and also irrigation from the rivers and the canals. Health, land, interstate trade and commerce are included. These subjects are included in the state list. They have to work for the agriculture and irrigation, health, land, interstate trade, यानी कि दूसरे स्टेट के साथ में व्यापार. Okay, we also have to do, because we are not a self-reliant. Okay, we have to do work according to the which facilities, which things are not available in our state, we have to import from the other state. Okay, and which things are lots of in our state, so we export to the other state. So it is called the interstate trade. So and commerce are included if there is a failure of law and order in the state. Union government with concern of against the will of the state can be reserve police force. Okay, and if any state it's fail for the law and order in the state, so the union government with concern or against the will of the state can send reserve police force, RPF, and there will be implemented the Rashtrapati presidential rule. Okay, now concurrent list. Now which subjects are not included in the union list and the state list, that subjects are listed in the concurrent list. So in addition to this, the constitution provide for the third list, that is called the concurrent list, which consists of subject of common concerns both the center and the state government, and these which are not comprised in this union list and the state list. So these are the list which consist subject of common concern for both and central and the state government. The central and state government can pass law on this subject, and on this subject that central and the state government can pass the law. Okay, the concurrent list has 47 subject. Just memorize this number, the 97, 66 and 47. 97 for the union list, 66 for the state list, and the 47 for the concurrent list. So the list includes subject like a criminal and civil procedure, marriage and the divorce, education, economic planning, trade union, etc. Okay, these subjects are included in the concurrent list. Okay, so students, I hope that all of you understood about all these three subject and the list. Okay.